After 10,000 years, I'm free. It's time to conquer Earth.
Alpha, Rita's escaped. Assemble a team of teenagers with attitude. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I hope you like the Power Rangers intro because I love it myself, and yeah. So this is a Earth 2 update video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Smash that like button. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. And use that referral code for the love of God. That helps me so much, more than you could know. I'm going to do it. Hopefully y'all get the meme reference. Star Wars. Oh, kitty. Let's go and dive right in. Call me Greg Louganis, because that's what we're doing. Developers have confirmed, do not buy oil fields. Do not buy oil refineries. There's going to be other places, but oil is definitely something that you do not want to buy. Unfortunately, I have bought an oil field in Brazil. It cost me a couple $100, but apparently that will yield me zero revenue. It will yield me nothing. So anyone that is looking to buy something in the hopes of spawning resources, oil fields is not the way to go, as per the developers. I wish I would have found that out a little bit sooner. And speaking of which, also, don't use any game link outside of the official one you have. If someone sends you a link, says like, hey, check out my properties are for sale, do not use it. Do not use it, because there is a little hack scam going around where if you use somebody's link, or that link could be hacked, and what they can do is then they get your login somehow, and then they say use their account, and they say, oh, I'm going to in your account, they put your account, one of your properties for sale for a penny. This account goes to buy it. This account confirms it, and they get your properties for a penny, and then they sell it for like half off, and then obviously the developers are are on this like white on rice. They're going and they're looking into every single one. It's just taking them a while because the maturity in level in this game right now, just because there's so much money to be made, you are getting a little bit of Shade City. You're getting a lot of people that are trying to be shady, trying to do the wrong thing. They'll weed themselves out eventually once they get banned, permabanned. It's just something right now that unfortunately I have to deal with. And we've seen this before in Pokemon, Magic, sports cards. So this is just kind of something that people have to go through. It's a period that the game has to go through before it turns out to be like, okay, that's not going to happen anymore. If I had a choice to put $10,000 in Tesla or $10,000 into E2, what would I choose? Okay, so it depends on the scenario, because right now I do have a plan for starting late February to put all of my expendable income that's not going to bills, it's not going to rent, whatever, into this game. So with that being said, again, in the middle of this year, I'll have an extra $10,000 put into this game. So that being said, if I got a windfall of $10,000 right now, because that plan won't change, I would put that 10 grand into Tesla, because again, I'm going to be putting, 4 or 5 figures in, probably 4 figures a month, starting late February, early March, into this game. So I would put into Tesla, but that's the reason why, because I have so much promise to this game over the next couple months. I guess, could I reverse it? Could I say, oh, well, no, just put 10 grand into this game right now, and then over the next few months, just put the money that I was going to put into this game into Tesla? I guess at this point is a coin flip on what'll grow faster. I don't know. How much money have I put into Earth 2? Unfortunately, not a lot right now. It's under $3 grand. It's just because I only found out about it in mid-December. So I had so much going on in mid-December. I had this party I was planning for. I severely over-leveraged myself at work. I had this credit line with one of the banks I work with, and I was like, okay, I don't have the physical cash on me to syndicate into this deal, put my own money into this deal, but I have a credit line with you. Can you just not pay me this week and then put my disbursement into this deal? Okay, yeah, they do that. So I did that one too many times. I had next to no money coming in, and then all this happened. So I haven't been able to. but I will do it again the end of February. That is something that is I'm going to go hardcore into this. Will weather affect resources? I think at first, depending on what the resources are, again, we're not 100% sure what the resources are going to be. Apparently, they're not going to be oil, or if they are oil, it's not going to be oil refineries. Um, yeah, I would say so. I would say you're not going to find water in the desert. Maybe an oasis, something like that. That might be a good place to buy, but you're not going to find water in the desert. You're probably not going to find dirt or sand in the ocean. Um, Places like Alaska. I'm trying to think what would not be good. I mean, you still have firewood, you still have trees everywhere, but as far as weather affecting resources, yeah, I mean, if there's something that only comes out in the snow, you're not going to get that in Niger. You're not going to get that in South Africa or Kenya. You're going to get that in Siberia, Antarctica, Russia, Canada, Greenland. However, because you will be able to terraform those tiles that you bought, maybe you have an ice skating rink in the middle of the desert. Maybe you have something like Olaf has that permafrost in Frozen 2, where he's just constantly cold and freezing. You might be able to have that on certain tiles. That'd be really cool to have a volcano in the middle of the ocean. I mean, I guess you kind of have that with Hawaii, but that would be an epic setup for a Groudon versus Kyogre in Pokemon. That would be an epic setup for, wow, it's like a diamond in the rough. I can't wait for stuff like that. Um, I've heard most man-made things will be wiped out, but things similar to Pokestops will stay. Does this include celebrity homes? I don't think so. I think when the developers said they think Pokestops, I'm thinking more of along the lines of, oh, here's a church, here's a synagogue, here's a whatever, those type of things. I don't think celebrity homes would count. I did see somebody buy Mr. Bean's house. I think they spent like $840 on it. Um, that's probably going to be wiped. However, if you could recreate those houses, like Mr. Bean's house, or if anyone's ever seen Zombieland and they go to Bill Murray's house, it is fantastic. I would love to do that. Everyone press F in the chat for Bill Murray. Not for the fact that he died in real life, I'm pretty sure he's still alive, but in that movie, spoilers, he's dead. But that's something that would be amazing. If they could recreate that house, I would totally go there. Lots of celebrities' houses. Russell Crowe, and you name it. What are some mistakes you see people making, and what mistakes have you made? Some mistakes I see people making is them buying land that most likely will be wiped. Like they're buying their houses, they're buying, whatever. You could recreate it, so maybe they're just buying that land so they could recreate their house. And some of those, again, we don't know 100% what's going to be wiped. If you have Empire State Building, that's probably not going to be wiped. That's probably something that is going to stay just because it's a giant landmark. Again, churches are that type of thing. So if you wanted to buy the church in which you got married, that's a pretty good bet that it's going to stay. But if you wanted to buy a barn that you had built 10 years ago, next to your house, that is probably going to be wiped. So that's something that I definitely see. I got a message. Oh, nice. And what mistakes have I made? Right now, I would say my mistake, not really with the game, it is with my finances in real life that affect the game. I was not liquid enough to put as much money in this as I wanted to. If I had an extra 30 grand in my account, I would have had no problem putting half of that or even 10 grand into this. Unfortunately, I put less than 3 grand into it, and it's gone well. I didn't put all that money at risk, but I know myself. I would have probably put about 10 grand into this, and I would have had 100K net worth minimum. That would have been insane. But again, right now, I'm the only regret I have is that I didn't invest more. If the crypto they use fails, will our properties become worthless? No, I don't believe so. Just because it's a finite amount that they have, so I don't believe the crypto will fail. But in this situation, if it does fail, No, the if the crypto, instead of being one Earth token as $1.24, now one Earth token is a penny, and now you need 100 Earth tokens to uh, buy $1 worth of tile or space. Okay, that's just what you have. Again, I don't believe that'll be it, but it'll the properties will be worth what the properties are worth. It doesn't matter if the crypto fails or not. The crypto that they're going to give, that's just going to determine how much of that we have to pay to get what we want in the game. So the only thing that would suck is if you put in, like $100 into the crypto or $1,000, whatever, and then it falls by like 90%, and your $1,000 is now worth $100. Like, oh damn! But now you put in $100, and now you can get 1,000 crypto, 1,000 of these tokens. Again, I think it'll be a little more stable than that. I think the opposite will happen. What we'll see is a squeeze, and it'll skyrocket. Again, it's a working theory. But even if the crypto fails, the properties will be worth what they're worth. Like, they're just because of the attention, the ad revenue, what people want to play in the game, so that the properties won't become worthless unless people exit the game, mass exodus. You just lost lack of interest. Instead of showing your referral code, you could show a link to Webull or Robinhood, and you'd make more money. Yeah, potentially I could, especially with my knowledge of stocks. Track record in that definitely shows. Oh yeah, definitely listen to me on that. But again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But at the same time, I don't know everyone's financial situation. I don't. And again, stocks are a little more risky. I think. Maybe not Tesla. Maybe not the stocks I pick. But I would much rather see people use my referral code and put money into this game rather than stocks, because this is something that you kind of have control over a little bit. You have control over what you do with the land that you have. With other major companies like that, you don't have a say. I mean, maybe you have voting rights in some of the shares that you get, but you don't have really a say in what goes on. Maybe promoting this person to CEO, or this person to CFO, but and again, you could have some voting shares, but this is something like you have so much creative control. It's yours. I think people will make more money in this game than they would a stock that, again, go in Webull, putting $100 in, and you get 4 free stocks or 2 free stocks or whatever. Yeah, whatever commission I would make off of that, it's not worth it to me, because I think people would make more in this game. So I'd rather see you guys make more money, even if I make less money, if that makes sense. Wouldn't promoting drunk driving in game lead to lawsuits? Okay, so I mentioned last video that there's one guy that has in the game, he wants to make a motocross type of circuit, maybe like a drunk Mario Kart, or a drunk just X Games, we ride a bike or whatever. But his rule is, again, because it's in game, he wants you to drink. He wants your avatar to blow over a .08 before you can go on that. And I think there's an element to that sounds fun, because there's no real damage being created. Now, yes, if you have kids that are impressionable, some kids are stupid. Some people in general are stupid. So yeah, you might have a couple of these kids that are like, oh, this is fun, I'm going to do this in real life. There's definitely going to be clauses in the game's contract, in the game's whatever, saying we're not liable for anything, whatever. And outside of that, there's going to be stuff that's probably going to have to be reviewed by game. You set up something, okay, well, this is going to be rated M for mature. You cannot get into this particular game or event unless you are of a certain age. And that's going to be the game's work around that. I don't believe, again, people will try to sue them, but again, once you have those clauses in there, that's pretty ironclad. What are the chances this game gets sued? I just kind of went over that. People will try. When anything that is successful, people try to sue me. But when there's anything that is where people are successful, that you're just going to have haters. You're just going to have people trying to make a quick buck. So there'll be people trying. I just ignore them. They'll have fun set up for that, for lawyers to be like, okay, smash this down. This is not happening. Will there be any power ups to give your avatar superpowers? I cannot. Part of the reason why I did that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers intro was because I 100% believe that there's going to be something, maybe it's drugs, maybe it's a power up, that you're going to be able to give your avatar. And when I said drugs, I mean like vitamin B12 or, insulin, like epinephrine, something to make your characters go like, ah. And yeah, I think that'd be great. I think that'd be fun. I don't know how they would do that chemically, compoundly, do that to your avatar, but that'd be fun. That'd be fun AF. Will there be a subscription fee you have to pay each month? Don't believe so. There might be in game people that charge, say, like, hey, if you want to see this show or if you want to see the events that I put on, yes, I'm going to charge you $1 each month and you can choose to pay it or not. I don't know if those people will be successful, but I don't believe the game will have a subscription fee, at least not to play the regular game. There might be something where, oh, if you want to be the first to know about this, we'll put you on our email list, and you pay like 99 cents a month for that. I don't even think they will, because the bigger the network, the more it's valued, the more valuable it is. So I don't believe they'd have people pay for that. Again, just my opinion. And again, I think they're already profitable right now. So I think they're making enough money where they don't need to do that. Because I feel like if they try to do that, some people feel alienated. Some people feel like, oh, they're trying to nickel and dime us. So that's just something I don't think will happen. Anyway, guys, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comment's good for the YouTube algorithm. Also, I will probably only be doing one video a day for this, just because I have a lot of stuff going on, but I'll keep you posted. I'll let you know. I don't know. We'll go live at some point. Drop your finest memes down below, links to memes for something to make me laugh. I love you guys. All right, bye. Meow, 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 meow.